Hey everybody, today we're taking a look at this old Batman black and white statue designed by Brian Boland and sculpted by John G. Matthews. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we got a little bit something different, something I do from time to time when I pick these up. Some of you know I collect the Batman black and white statue line, and I got this one today at Ocala Comic-Con. You can tell how old this is by the old logo. So this is the Brian Boland statue. This is the first one that they did, limited edition, of 6,500 pieces. And now this is the original line. Like the original ones for these had the artist, they commissioned the artist to do a design of the figure. So all of the older boxes have the actual like design that the artist did for them. And so you had these original poses by these artists. Some of them they did successfully and some of them they did not. This is 2000 from 2005, 2006. That's how old this is. I had been eyeing this one for the longest time, and I was at Ocala Comic-Con today on Saturday when I'm recording this. You might see it a couple weeks after that. And I saw this, and I was like, oh, hey, how much for that? And the guy said, it's priced at $75, but I'll do $60. So I was like, I will do $60. Because, these were going for $80 back in the day, and now it's already been pre-opened. I checked it out at the con. And now, the newer ones from Todd McFarlane and McFarlane Productions are running the original ones, like during the pandemic, like the last two I think I got for about $100, maybe 90 or something like that. And then now maybe the last one they'll ever do, I'm not sure. The only one I'm really interested in, there's an Azrael one by Joe Quesada, and that one's going to run me almost $200 to pick up brand new. So yeah, it's from China. I'm sure the tariffs have a lot to do with that, but whatever. So, like I said, this is the first Brian Boland statue. Here's the second one. I have this one also. So, you can see the difference in terms of sculpt quality. I think, weirdly enough, like, first of all, let's just look at box to statue here, right? Pretty good. The ear on here is a little bent. Got a little bit of detail here. I like the chin cleft, I like that. I love how they always did like the shiny black for the gloves. Sometimes they do it for the trunks and things like that. But they do it for the boots down here. This is a one-piece statue. He doesn't take them out. Some of the original ones were always one piece. The cape, a little lacking. Like I said, I was eyeing this one because I like the pose, but overall, like this is very not dynamic compared to every other Batman black and white statue I have. And now let's look at it to the original art. Like clearly they missed the mark here on the Brian Boland face. Let me get the box up and not drop this statue. They missed the mark entirely on this statue, and maybe that's why this one sat on the shelf for so long at this guy's shop. I don't know. But yeah, like that's just, the head tilt is all wrong. Like they looked at it and said, hey, do Batman with his arms crossed and get the cape right. And that's pretty much all that guy did. So it's kind of a bummer, honestly. Now, let's look at this Brian Boland drawing of Batman compared to the one they did most recently. And I'm not crazy about this Brian Boland sculpt, but looking at this drawing now from the newer Brian Boland one, it's pretty much the same damn pose, honestly. I think they got, even though this ear's a little wonky on this one, like not this particular one, but this ear, they got the face, I think, way better than the one that this box goes with. Funnily enough, I didn't realize that the poses were that similar. I knew I had the other Brian Boland one, but I had been staring at this particular one for years, being like, all right, I like that, and then now that I have it in hand, like, am I sad that I spent $60 on it? No, I think it'll go nice with the other ones. I'm not too crazy about some of the ones where they're not on this one. I saw a Freddie E. Williams Batman black and white statue today at the same con, and they wanted $200 for that one. Now, these are pretty tame museum poses, as in they fit on a box. You know what I mean? Like they fit. The Freddie E. Williams one, if you Google it, has this insane Batman is reaching for something and holding like a batarang or something, and his leg is out like he's doing a T with an arm and his leg. He's looking up, and his cape is blowing in the wind. His cape is massive. So I get why they're charging $200 for that one. I don't know if that's the retail price or just that retailer's price, but I didn't buy it. I was like, oh, never mind. And, you know, it looks nice in person, but I wasn't really crazy about the design of that Freddie E. Williams. The third one, although I do like his art, but anyway, we're here to talk about the Brian Bolland one. You know, honestly, I think this is the most disappointing one that I have. I'm going to turn around here and look at my shelf and see if there's any other ones that I don't like this much. Like, I like this Brian Bolland one much better, the newer one. I have the Ethan Van Sciver one that's a little wonky. I think maybe it's the other one that's not as cool. I have a Gary Frank one. I like that one. Yeah, I think the Ethan Van Sciver one and this Brian Bolland. Let me go get Ethan Van Sciver. Yeah, like this older Ethan Van Sciver one, it's a little dusty, is disappointing compared to everyone else that I have, but I'll put these guys next to each other. All right, what is the edition size? This is number 4,790 of 6,500, and you can see the edition size goes way down. I'm moving my mic here because, well, they went it down to 5,000, but manufactured in China 2021. But overall, I think the scale is a little bit off too. Like the scale is down on the older ones. Like the newer ones are a little bit bigger. But I think they still all look really nice on the shelf. You know, this Batman is crouched. Ethan's one. I do like this cape though. This cape is really cool. I do have videos of all of my Batman black and white statues on the channel. They're on a playlist, so you can go and check them all out individually there. And you know, I started out by trying to talk about this one, but the more and more I look at it, the more and more I'm like, I realize now why I didn't jump on this in the last 15 years that I've been collecting these. Like, I've been collecting these black and white statues since I was in college. And I should have thought more about this one. But oh well, now I have two Brian Bollands and I have two Mike Mignola ones. Those are the only doubles that I have. I don't have a double Jim Lee Batman black and white, although I do know that they're out there. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know if you like this statue or not. I know it was original, but you know, the fact that they had a Neil Adams and a Mike Mignola and a Tim Sale one, at that time with those sculpts, like this, I have this Mike Mignola one. That sculpt is phenomenal. The Tim Sale one, I was always afraid that the ears would fall off because they're so thin, so I never picked that one up. The Eduardo Risso one, I don't think looks anything like Eduardo Risso, so I never picked that one up. I don't like the whatchamacallit, the pose, but yeah, I think this is a little bit of a miss, but hey, it's over 20 years old, so there you have it. Anyways, that's my thoughts on this Batman Black and White by Brian Bolland statue, designed by Brian Bolland statue from DC Direct way back in 2004 or 5. Let me know what you guys think of this statue down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.